Good morning, everybody. This is Kim Danke coming to you live as a representative of the Shibboleth lifestyle, a lifestyle that I lead to help me honor the Lord with my body. Because sometimes you need a little help. Sometimes you need the Lord to have given a person here on earth wisdom and desire to help others. You need to see what they're saying works and change immediately. How quickly do you obey things when you hear the truth? So yesterday we talked about the fact that when Peter heard a word from the Lord, it didn't take him days, weeks, months of thinking and educating himself on getting something started. Boom. He just changed his mind, his convictions immediately once he heard the truth. And I hope that you clung to that yesterday. And if you haven't gotten started, that you go ahead and get started knowing that that is true. Just go ahead and get started. It's really not that hard. What's hard is the change, not getting started. But if we have to be able to start that change and get a perfect day under our belt, and then we'll do another. When you hop on here this morning, please say good morning and what type of Shibboleth day you're going to have today. I am planning an intermittent fasting perfect day. I am going to two things today. A networking thing this morning where a light breakfast will be provided. I will take my own. Then I am going to a luncheon today where one of my favorite restaurants, if they're cooking the things I like, which that I could say that for any restaurant. It's just a nice restaurant locally. And I'm curious as to what they will be serving, because sometimes they serve some fried chicken and some mac and cheese, and I really like their fried chicken and mac and cheese. But I'm going to be taking my own food anyway, just in case. But if they're serving their salad and their grilled chicken and all of that kind of stuff, I will make a perfect meal there because I always enjoy their food. There's other restaurants that come that I don't enjoy their food, so I eat a meal replacement instead, because there is something to be said about a mental satisfaction too. Because there have been times where I've tried to make myself a plate at these luncheons, and then I'm so dissatisfied with that food that I then eat the meal replacement on the way home to satisfy me. So I've decided that's really not the smartest thing to do. So if this one restaurant, I'm not going to say it out loud because it's a popular restaurant and I wouldn't want anybody to know that, but if this one restaurant's there, I don't even go up to the table. I don't like anything that they serve, and I happily eat my oatmeal protein pie. And there is no weirdness on the way home of trying to satisfy something. So all these little things that happen to us, we need to figure them out and then make a plan for the very next time. Today is Tuesday, March 8th, and we're on day 67 of the 2022 edition of the Game of Life. And I hope that you're playing this game, having fun. Games are fun. Games are meant to be fun, but also a learning experience. In games, we have to practice things. We have to put things into practice. You know, those athletes out there, they're having to deny themselves certain things to be able to achieve what they want to. And we need to do the same thing, playing this game of life. Now, today's word of the day is El Shaddai. And when I read that, I thought El Shaddai, El Shaddai, El Elyon Adonai. And that is just wonderful. Go listen today to the Amy Grant song, El Shaddai. And El Shaddai means all sufficient, all sufficient. And he is all sufficient. So even though I feel like I've been, I don't know what's been going on this year. There's changes. Last October, I had a whole bunch of changes. And then Tim had that very bad case of COVID and in the hospital and stuff in November. And then we had the holidays. And then, it was just like, okay. So the good thing, I think, is that I know now how to pay very close attention to what's going on and try to make God be my all sufficient. So yesterday, when I got home from teaching class last night at the shop, I did not even stop in front of the recliner and the television. I came straight upstairs to where my Bible is and where my little seating area is. And I was like, he's my all sufficient. I'm not even going to stay down there on that floor today while I am tempted. And I was Pretty proud of myself yesterday. I only had 3 eating episodes yesterday. I did not do an extra or a snack. When I started Shibboleth, all I did was 3 eating episodes for like 5 months. And then I was where I wanted to be. And don't we all like the taste of stuff? So I added back the snack and the extra. And I've been maintaining that pretty good. But right now, I'm about 5 pounds heavier than I really want to be. And so if I have to go back to basics. So yesterday morning, I had a Mighty Muffin because I ate about 20 Mighty Muffins in my first 20 days of Shibboleth, and I need to go back to basics. So you don't need to be 20, 30, or 40 pounds or more away from a goal that you had reached to go back to basics. Let that go back to basics start at 5 pounds more than you want to be. Let it start sooner rather than later. And no matter what, live by that Shibboleth lifestyle within a month's time. Okay, so we've got God's little instruction book too. And it says, a pint of example is worth a barrel full of advice. Have you ever had people give you advice but they don't walk the walk? Just being a person who, if you want to influence your friends, your family, and people around you, you have to be that example, not just give that advice. You've ever heard a parent say, do as I say, not as I do? That is not a good example. And then the verse for today is Philippians 3:17. Brethren, join in following my example and observe those who walk according to the pattern you have in us. The pattern you have in us. We mentioned patterns the other day as well. So come here. Daisy got a haircut yesterday. Come here, baby. Come on. She needed one. And so I've been trying to figure out Daisy's haircut schedule too. So I was going to do 8 weeks, and yesterday was 8 weeks. I had figured out that my groomer is so booked up that I need to book her sooner. And like I book my own hair appointment. When I leave my hair appointment, I book my next hair appointment. Well, I started doing that for Daisy, and I did 8 weeks this time, and it was just really about a week too long. Really, maybe 2 weeks too long. So I thought, let me do 6 weeks. But then I thought, let me just do 7 and let's see how that goes. Because, it involves money and everything. Doesn't it, Daisy? Taking care of you is expensive, but not very expensive. She is the most expensive free dog I've ever gotten. Yeah, I'm sure that somebody out there knows what I mean by that. Before I read the devotion today, let's see who's on here with me. Let's see. What are y'all saying this morning? Good morning, Charlene from Michigan. Having a perfect day. Hey there. Good morning, Cheryl Davis. My 3rd Tiger 16 day in a row after 2 holidays in Clarksville, Georgia. I still want to have a Tiger 16 day, Cheryl. I just need to, I've made the lists and I've gotten it ready. I just hadn't done one yet. And you know what? This is one of those things where I've got to figure out and buy the things to have those Tiger 16 days and get those in there. Good morning, Christy from Ball Ground, Georgia, having an IMF day, a hemp bar wow too. Christy, how'd you do yesterday? Did you do okay yesterday? Did y'all message each other somewhere, somehow, some fashion to stay in touch? I've got a little message group going right now about some of us locally that we are just, a lot of us seem to be going, what is going on with us wanting to eat more? My desire to eat more is because the dang stuff tastes good. And even my approved lunch yesterday, I wanted seconds, but I didn't. It was the best breakfast casserole I had for lunch yesterday. I did not eat lunch out with my friend yesterday. I called her on the way and I said, it's starting to affect me a little bit that I need to go home. And she goes, totally fine. So I just love being able to be honest with people and go, no, I don't want to eat out lunch, because I have lunch every day out this week and I just couldn't do one more. Hey, Chris, good morning. I am FJ Jacksonville, Florida, packing the camper for a trip before the rain rolls in. You're so smart. Get that done before that rain. Fueled it up. Got to pay to play, I guess. That's right. Not even Ubering right now. Too much overhead. Wow, that is true. That gas is high, so I totally understand that. I bet you a lot of people aren't doing it. Please keep people who depend on their vehicles for income in prayer. Yes, that is true. Thank you for bringing that up into our attention, Chris. Thank you so much. Hey, Kathy from Michigan. Perfect day for Kathy. Good morning, Shibby Shop. Sherry from Kennesaw, Georgia, having an IMF day today. When y'all get your boxes of Shibby Shop products, it is Sherry Ditto, or Kristen, mostly Sherry though, that has packed those up for you. Hey Diane, good morning from Columbus, Mississippi. IMF Day. Thank you for sharing. Y'all, the share button is somewhere on your screen. Click it. Let somebody see what we have together. People need this. Do you know that overweight people and food addicted people are a hurting people group? Drug addicts are a hurting people group. You know, we often think of people who are homeless or live in third world countries as the only hurting people group. Alcoholics, a hurting people group. Food addicts, people who are overweight and don't know how to fix it, hurting people group. I have a passion for this particular hurting people group. So please share just like Diane did. And Diane is going for a walk with a friend. You know, I've been thinking about adding a walk over at Swift Cantrell. It's starting to get spring, so I like to do that there. Hey, Ron, good morning from Snellville, Northside Imaging this morning. I hope everything is okay. Ron, let us know. Hey, Michelle, good morning. A perfect day in Michigan, getting ready to head to Jasper for a couple of months. Michelle, you make a trip down and see us, okay? Thank you, Chris. El Shaddai, all sufficient. And you know what? On those days like I have been having many, go ahead and think, El Shaddai. El Shaddai. He is all sufficient. I am going to taste and see that the Lord is good. Instead of those Chex Muddy Buddies, I'm going to taste and see that the Lord is good. He is all sufficient. Hey, Bob, good morning. Bob, I hope you're still on here. I have missed seeing you. I hope you and your family are doing well. Thank you for typing in that verse, Christy. Good morning, Polly and Dalton, having a perfect day. Thank you, Chris. Patricia from Marietta, Georgia, down from a wow yesterday, and she's doing a wow again today. And I'm also down 2 pounds from my gluttony on Sunday. And I'm calling it what it is. It's a sin. I've asked for forgiveness, and it was gluttony. And you know what? I think eating an unapproved meal out and about with your friends or family is not a sin. It's just food. But if you continue on needlessly, just for some random reason, that's where you get into the sin of gluttony. So I'm down 2 pounds. Praise the Lord. I know what to do. Hey, Lori, good morning. Lori is striving for a perfect day. Y'all, I met Lori at North Star Church when she and Julie and another lady, their children's director, did a panel on dwelling. And I love that. So Lori, I'm so glad to have you as a new friend, and I'm glad that you're on here with us today. Hey, Christy. Christy had a great day. She did the oatmeal pie challenge number 3. Christy, you know, I thought about doing that one yesterday, but instead I did other things. So yesterday I had an oatmeal, I had Mighty Muffin for breakfast, going back to basics. I had made the best breakfast casserole, so I came home and didn't eat lunch with my friend. Came home and had that and watched Travis. And then for dinner, I had an oatmeal protein pie. Normally, I don't eat those after lunch, but I needed some sort of mental satisfaction, and they give me a mental satisfaction. What is she doing? And so I had one a little bit later on the way home from a networking meeting in the car, and it worked. It did the job. So I'm glad that you did that one. Hey, Valerie, good morning. Having a perfect day in Indiana. Good morning, Samantha. Happy Tuesday. She says that she hopes that we're all blessed and have a wonderful day in the Lord. IMF Day, Chatsworth, Georgia. Hey, Lavelle. Good morning. Hey, Lori. Okay, Daisy. Lori Kemp, getting back on the planet. Lori, we're happy to hear that. Got a used exercise bike because our weather has been crazy here. Yes. Well, Lori, we're so glad to have you back on the planet. You have done a great job before, and I'm sure that you will do it again. Hey, Landra, good morning. Perfect day in Indiana. Patricia says, I've been convicted. Sin for me also. Yep, down 2.4. That's right. Daisy looks like she wants to kiss you. I know, she's such a sweet little girl. And it's so nice to have her be freshly cut. Because once she starts getting a little bit long, I'm like, oh, stay away, you stink. And you somehow can't get that stink off of them, even though you give them a bath. Okay, so today's devotion is from Jesus Always by Sarah Young. Blessed are those who rejoice in my name all day long. He's all sufficient. El Shaddai. Let's rejoice in his name all day long and exalt in my righteousness. So, remember in the book of Acts when King Herod, the people of Tyre and Sidon, anyway, they depended on Herod for food, and they were having a hard time. And so they went to approach him, and they found favor with his attendant, his assistant, and they got a meeting with Herod. Herod did a wonderful speech in order to probably flatter them away from having to give away food, but did this wonderful speech, and all the people were praising him for his wonderful speech, saying, "Oh, these are the words of a God and not of man." And instead of Herod giving glory to God and saying, "No, these are not," he was struck with an illness and was eaten up by worms. And this reminds me of that. I exult in my righteousness. See, every day I have to consciously know that I am living in Jesus' righteousness for me. And we do Shibboleth for his glory, working for his glory, walking for his glory, living for his glory. All of it should be done for his glory. This name represents me and all of my glorious attributes, and we're doing those attributes every day this year. Used properly, it draws you closer to my loving presence. Many people abuse my name by using it as a swear word. Hearing this verbal abuse is exceedingly offensive to me. And OMG, I'm saying that not out of disrespect to him. I'm saying it because that's taking the Lord's name in vain. Crikey is taking the Lord's name in vain. Jiminy Christmas is taking the Lord's name in vain. I thought it was funny. In Downton Abbey, Daisy the cook, she got a date scheduled for her test that she was going to have to take, and she said, OMG, all spelled out. She said that. And Mrs. Patmore says, "Do not take the Lord's name in vain." And Daisy goes, "I hope it's not in vain." And I thought that was so funny because it's real. We just get so used to saying that. Hearing this verbal abuse is exceedingly offensive to me. However, my followers can lovingly utter the word Jesus. Oh, this is so precious. All day long. Oh, to rejoice in me and ask for help. I am God, your Savior, and I will help you for the glory of my name. I invite you to exult in my righteousness. To exult is to be delighted, elated, joyful, jubilant, especially because of triumph or success. Just before I died on the cross, I said, "It is finished." I was announcing the accomplishment of the greatest triumph imaginable. Victory over sin and death for everyone who believes in me. Through this crowning achievement, my righteousness has been credited to you and to me forever, beloved. I have covered you with the robe of righteousness. Wear my glorious garments of salvation with delight, elation, and joyful jubilation. Okay, this one's getting a dog ear. Got a dog ear, that one. That was good stuff right there. That was really good. All right, let's see who's on here with me this morning. A few of you have joined in. Hey, Andrea, good morning. I listened to your polo the other night when I was in the bed and I didn't respond, but I need to respond, but I did listen to it. Hey, yeah, Sweet Daisy, perfect here and down 2 pounds coming back from holiday. Yes, look at that. Does that seem to be a pattern for us? We've had a lot of people with that. That's awesome. Let's see. Diane's Shih Tzu is named Stinky Pete because he only has a few moments after grooming that he doesn't stink. Oh, goodness. It's so funny. Hey, Suzette, good morning from Southeast Kansas. It's going to be an amazing IMF day. Hey, Chris. Good morning, Chris. I'm so happy that you're on here with us this morning. That's great. Hey, Christine, good morning. And Colleen from Michigan, having a perfect day. Diane says, my friend just canceled the walk, going to go anyway. Yep, you can take El Shaddai with you. Hey, Becky, good morning from Florida. And Karen, hey, good morning. Newbie here, anxious to learn in Athens, Alabama. Karen, I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama. Well, we're glad that you're here, Karen. Karen, it is wonderful. You need to start in. If you are a full-fledged member, please go to Fast Track and work your way through all 7 laps by checking off the little boxes that you do of like little homework assignments. This principal and teacher here has given us assignments, me. But if you are a community member, then Travis is doing awesome and amazing videos that go along with all of your education, okay? But welcome, Karen. Please let us know if you need anything. And if you need something, we have mentor appointments available at mentor.genbook.com. It's also at the top of the website. Yeah, walking in the mall is great, Diane. It's some comfortable, temperature controlled, so that's awesome. Well, I hope that y'all have a wonderful and blessed Tuesday, and that you go ahead and you journal your day, because your day determines, you determine your day does not determine you. And, you know, I say that, and there are days where I've let the day determine me. So I say that because I need it to be true every day. But there are days where the day has determined us. It just doesn't need to continue on day after day after day. We reel it back in. Let's get it going back the next day. And then if you are watching on replay, please type in hashtag Shibboleth for his glory. Oh, good. Awesome, Karen. We're so glad that you're doing the laps. Awesome. Thank you. We appreciate that. All right. Well, y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you in the morning. Bye, everybody.